Appreciate you hitting the button. Welcome to the How to Hustle Podcast with Hype. This is episode 91. You follow me on Instagram and Twitter at I am Hype. That's HYMPE. It's Hype. It's not hype. I'm not geeked up. Special guest in the building, making your I don't even know how many times appearance, but you brought company with you this time. She finally came. Introduce yourself to the audience.
Hey guys, just being me from Life Be Life and Podcast. Thanks for having me today, guys.
You already know who it is. Your favorite coach's favorite coach, Coach Nirie. You know what I mean? Back in the building.
Did he try to not say it? Did you try
No,
to
I'm not gonna say it. No, I'm not gonna say it. You know you
My
want to be the one to say it.
Nutmeg Nye in the building.
Nutmeg
You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to my man Splash Charles. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm trying to hold off on all the AKAs they done gave me.
Yeah, he gonna try to act like he's company. You know what I'm saying?
Right, you family.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? My man's first live show got my man his paid talent now. He's a professional.
Facts.
All right, let's hit the rundown now, y'all. Custom Hustle World on Instagram is Custom Hustle Co. on Twitter. Custom T-shirts, jerseys, jackets, sweatsuits. We can customize and get your logo on something. It's gonna cost you a little extra, but that's cool. We'll make that happen for you. The jackets are all custom. They're one of one unless you order four. And the jerseys are the same thing. You know what I'm saying? You design them, pick the names, numbers, colors, all that. Football, basketball, baseball, hockey, however you like them, we will make them happen. Kid sizes available and everything also. H2H Cleaning at H2H Cleaning is my cleaning company. Roofing, plumbing, HVAC, cleanups, cleanouts, flooring, carpeting. We make it all happen over there at H2H Cleaning. And if you make it worth my while, I will slide wherever you need us to slide. E-Block Radio. Copy that. E-Block, we need to get you a wristband, girl. You know what I'm saying? That's why we need to get you out of one of these live shows.
I need some.
E-Block Radio Network every Monday 2 o'clock on the E-Block Radio Network. GFT Radio Network 2 o'clock every Tuesday. Wednesdays 216 The Blend 12 midnight 8 a.m. 8 p.m. 12:30 every Thursday WTNUphilly.com. Then we go to I Say Podcast Radio Network every Friday 10 a.m. THC Media on Saturdays at 10 a.m. Sunday still wide open looking to fill that slot. Now episode 91. Got my folks in the building. This one is titled Is Anything Sacred? So here's how we got to Is Anything Sacred. As you know, I'm a man of many hustles, as you just heard the rundown. Also, the How to Hustle seminars can still be purchased, you know what I'm saying? Just DM me and we can make that happen. You can buy all 5 sessions or you can get them one at a time, however you want to make that happen.
Hashtag Hype Talk Me.
Copy that. My man Nah came up with that one. So I'm at one of my, several hustles. And we have married women and married men who are both cheating on their spouses with each other. Now, married man has married woman's credit card and is now charging shit to her card. And now husband finds out, shows up to the job to whip his ass. I didn't know none of this was going on.
Beat him up.
Because you know what I'm saying, I'm just over here passing out wristbands and handling my situation. So this got me to thinking about like, well, damn, everybody's just acting like, this is just what happens. This is cool. This is, you know what I'm saying, what's to be expected these days. So this is how I got to my folks over at the Life Be Life and Podcast. You know what I'm saying? Love these people. They give you great content over there at Life Be Life. And I plagiarize and steal shit from them all the time. Okay? You know what I'm saying?
Blueprint, baby.
They throw a little something out there and I say, that's not a bad joint right there. So this is why I wanted to get them on to talk about this. These are both two married individuals, you know what I'm saying? So this is how we got here, y'all. Is anything sacred anymore? Are there any relationships or anything that's like off limits? Is there anything that is like I hold this close to the vest, or is everything just open season? We're not gentlemen over here at the How to Hustle Podcast. We're going to start with now.
Yeah, because I need some time.
She used to be able to start off. I'm about to say, she used to be able to start off with her. Oh, man. I ain't going to lie to you, man. It's the Wild Wild West out here, man. People who have thick lines and will not cross them. We are the dinosaurs. We are the last of the dying breed. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, yes, it's absolutely stuff that's still sacred. But people running around here like it ain't, bro. Like, no picks. It's just whatever makes you happy. That whole whatever makes you happy notion, or you know what I mean? You only live once, yada 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 nonsense that people rolling with these days. I mean,
since you brought that up, I really hate when people say that. Whatever religion that you believe in, we all have. There's an afterlife.
Factual.
So when people say, "Well, you only live once," no, you only get to do dumb shit once. Okay. there's no room for dumb shit if you believe in that. I mean, everybody doesn't believe in,
Yeah.
the afterlife.
But you know,
But
people beliefs be convenient, bro. Like it be people who tell you they Muslim. It be people tell you they Christian, but all that should be convenient for them. You know what I'm saying? It's like you saying, we know how it's supposed to go when you believe in these spiritual notions, but it's like people cherry pick. So it's like you Christian, but you talking about some only live once. Like you said, that literally ate the math.
contradicts your
It ate the
beliefs.
math.
Right. I
It
mean,
contradicts belief. But people are willing to put their belief to the side all the time now.
and
This
it's
is why I
funny.
always tell people, hold up, Mish. This is why I always tell people, I'm not one of those type of Muslims where I learn things and know things to gear my argument with you. Like, if you learn things to argue with somebody, that's all you'll ever get out of those situations, whether you're any religion. But most people will be like, oh, you Muslim, so you like, I'm super Muslim. I know everything. Like, nah, I ain't that boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Right.
don't learn things so that I can argue with you about, oh, you're supposed to do this and you're supposed to do that. It's like, I mean, if that's not what you on, copy. You know what I'm saying? But don't present yourself as being on this. And then when I say, all right, well, this don't go with that. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, Big Mish. Trying
I
to
mean,
get you on for a minute, girl. Let's go.
I feel like people do the whole picking and choosing based on what works for them in that moment. I mean, you think sacred is supposed to have a spiritual, connotation to it, but really it's like, to me, sacred is something precious, period. So like relationships with my families, friends, and sometimes some of my coworkers, but there's fine lines between all of those, sacred relationships and situations with people. And I think folks just do, like kind of Nirie says, you only live once, YOLO, what works for me. But at the end of the day, is it worth it? Is crossing those lines worth it for you? I mean, because going back to the story, okay, you sleeping with your friend, your coworker, your work wife, your work husband, cool. But why are you going as far as to let them in to your life on such a personal level to where they have your credit card information, social security number, home address? Like,
So hold up.
okay,
This was the part I forgot.
Crazy.
After the husband finds
Crazy
out,
boy.
oh yeah, it was a little bit more. The husband
you
finds out
tell.
like 2 weeks later. Shorty's trying to get some cash to go get a telly so she can go slide down with main man. But I can't put it on the credit card because now the nigga's looking at the receipts.
Hey yo.
So you telling me husband found a cash,
Nah.
showed her to the job to whoop all ass, and she's still sliding?
Hey man,
They in
take it to the
love.
Yeah,
hive. Take it to the hive.
They,
She got that
yeah.
they in
vibe.
love,
That's
man.
beyond like them just
Yeah,
sleeping with one another.
man.
They're beyond
That's
entangled. They're beyond
yeah.
being entangled. Like, and it's crazy because I feel like when people get to
I
that
told you I got one
level,
for you, guy.
like they need to just go ahead and call it a wrap with their significant others, because when you get to that level of disrespect or cheating, whatever you want to call it, the level in the relationship, the friendship, the situationship, yeah, just go ahead and say, look, Shawty, I'm done with you. I'm doing too much over here. I know, we know this ain't working out. Why hold on to the relationship? Because it's like you said, it's no longer sacred. You done already stepped out. He done already found out. You already ruined someone else's relationship along with yours. So what's the purpose of staying in that? For what? What are you getting out of that?
So here's what my whole thing with any of these, because I always try to say, like, let's not just focus on the one relationship or a man woman relationship or any of those different things. Put it on all things. I don't think anything these days is sacred.
At all.
Try never to generalize and just speak like for myself, but as a whole, just look at your news feed and you can see all the business of everybody's relationships and dynamics. It's about to be like, we get into the end of the year, so you already know now this I hate the term holiday season
I
because
do
they try to
too.
be politically correct with the holiday season and the day after Christmas. Now that the holidays are over, y'all just was talking about Kwanzaa,
I
Hanukkah, New
mean,
Year's, and all
right.
of that. So like once you get to the end of the year, You know what I'm saying? And everybody's spending a little more time with their families and all of that. But then you got this one who says, "Oh, I don't fuck with them bitches. I don't talk to them nut ass niggas. Talk about your brother, your cousin, your mom, your dad." So like now you could scroll through your news feed and see like none of this shit ain't sacred. Like you cussing your mom out on the internet, like what tip are we on? Your dad is a bitch ass nigga, what tip are we on? You don't fuck with your kids, what tip are we on?
I mean,
Like,
mine is, but that's another story.
what you say?
I said mine is.
Like that shit don't make sense. Like that's the whole thing. Like I'm saying, like nothing these days is sacred. Nothing is like off limits. Niggas will put all of their business out about any and everything. And I don't understand why you would ever do that. Like if we talking like we're doing right now, where this is a business situation and we trying to make something happen out of this, yeah, we could talk a little bit about your business and what's going on and this and that to be vague in the situation, but like you're never going to go to my page and see me and my wife had this argument, we talked about this and this went on with my kids, I don't fuck with this cousin or this brother, and like that shit is retarded to me.
Yeah, not ever gonna happen. We did an episode talking about like the social media norms and how folks feel like.
I'm sorry, whoa. She's glossing. See, this is I'm saying, nah, this is where you throw
this. She's new. She's new.
Who is we that did an episode?
I'm sorry.
Listeners find that episode.
My bro, co-host for the Life Be Living podcast, did an episode on social media norms and how it is ruining our. We started out talking about the youth, but it's just ruining us as a people, as a whole, as a society. I feel like folks don't feel complete and whole if they can't put something on the internet for someone to approve of, comment on, like, share, or whatever. It's almost like, again, going back to the nothing is sacred, you really feel like you have to have some type of approval stamp or co-sign from folks for things to be okay. Why? Like, why do we need to do that? Why is all your business on the internet? I mean, you got, and it is funny because it's like a flip-flop. You were speaking about the holidays and how, you can scroll through and see all of this. I know motherfuckers that cuss each other out all year long. They hate their baby daddy, they hate their baby mama, but as soon as Christmas comes, these niggas in matching pajamas.
Hey.
Then after the new year, every year. So it's like,
well, this year, hold up now. This year we can get y'all in matching custom hustle Christmas jerseys. You know what I'm saying? We have the Christmas baseball joints available for purchase right now. You get them now. You probably can get them in time for your
Christmas. Be ready. You good.
If you go front, you might as well front in that custom hustle.
Exactly.
Hey, man, look, be exclusive.
Look, don't front and flannel. We got custom things for you, baby.
Don't be in them itchy ass flannel. We got these Santa Claus papers right here for you.
I like that. Don't front in the flannel. Yeah, man.
We got custom fits for you. How about that? I just helped you with your little logo.
That's hard. That's hard.
I don't know. I don't understand it though. It's just really crazy because what is it that makes people feel like crossing those lines and boundaries is worth it though? That's my question. Like,
I'm saying for those watching,
hey,
I love it. He was quick.
Let's go.
He was quick with that. I love it.
Hey, nah, you know what I'm saying? Paid talent, baby.
Paid talent. Got to be ready.
Love it.
I love it. But yeah, man. By the way, that was episode 10, like Be Life in Virtual Reality. If y'all want to go back and check it out.
Paid talent. But you see, he's ready for it.
To answer Misha's question, it's really that we've become more of a selfish society than ever before. The me of it all. You know what I'm saying? Like it used to be, at least it used to be me and mine. But now it's not even really me and mine. It's me over everything. So, because if it was me and mine, you think about it, especially a situation like that where y'all might have kids or something. Yeah. You thinking about, damn, I can't make this move. I mean, I know she fine or I know he fine. I mean, I see him clocking me and I'm clocking him, but this is going to have to be, a fantasy I had in my head that I got to let go of because the risk is too great. But now it's just like, nah, man, like, you look like you could do something with me. I look like I could do something with them, so I'm gonna go ahead and take that risk. And then it's like, well, damn, like you said, like the bull coming up to try to square her up. Even that situation can end very badly because yeah, he coming to beat man's up, but not everybody fighting fair these days. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So you going up to beat somebody up because you know what I mean he clapping your wife's cheeks. So you going to you know what I mean handle him. Next thing you know, he draw on you and it just be whole situation ruined. Now she's short a husband. You know what I'm saying? His wife short a husband because he going to jail. Like I said, if y'all got kids, somebody lost a father or two fathers removed from the kids' lives because one in jail and one in the grave.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then the wife might want to pay back too. More broken homes, more kids affected, more bad society. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People don't be thinking about collateral damage.
Yeah, the risk ain't worth the reward, in my opinion, for stuff like that.
See, this is why I always tell people things being sacred. My page has no pictures of my kids. My page has no pictures of I have one picture of my wife because I did the marriage series and it was like I asked everybody else for pictures like from their wedding or like of them and their spouse. So all right, if I ask you to do it, I got to do it too.
Yeah,
but
that's fair.
That is a sacred situation. I got a private page. It got a couple hundred people on there because everybody doesn't have access to photos of my wife and kids. Yeah. That's a situation that's not for the public. That's why I always tell people, man, my wife ain't for the public. One set of hard eyes under one of these pictures and we got issues.
I don't blame you. I had to take my page private.
Something that you said about that episode 10 of the Life Be Life and podcast. I don't even think it's just that the kids with the social media situation. It's us. It's our generation. Like, man, we dropped the ball so much with our generation. Like Nas said, we became just so selfish and so me-centric and so me-focused that we forgot that we had these fucking kids. We forgot that we were supposed to raise them. We act just like we didn't come in and blow up our mom's life, our dad's lives. And now that these kids came in and blew up our lives, it was just like, well, you ain't fucking up my life because I got to live my life. Right. I only get one life, all of that type shit. Then you start getting into all of that type shit. And now you turn all of that into just the neglect of the kids and turning that into posting shit about your sister, your cousin, your brother, and this, that, or whatever, where it's like, what are you doing? What is your focus? What is the purpose of this shit?
What are you doing?
What are you ultimately getting out of this shit?
I feel like it's the validation. People want validation that they know that they are wrong in. People know they in situations doing shit, saying shit, acting on shit that they're dead ass wrong, but they know there is some crazy nut ass motherfucker out here, like y'all like to say, that's going to agree with the bullshit that they doing and is going to co-sign that and stamp that on the internet. And I like to say like motherfuckers know that they can't be touched on the internet, so they say all kind of shit. Now, you know better. Like, you know, you wouldn't talk to your mama like that. You know, you wouldn't talk to your brother like that. You know, you wouldn't talk to your sister like that in person.
Niggas do though. Like,
I mean, I talk shit in person. I don't talk shit on the internet. I talk shit in person. So
that's what I'm saying. Like, some niggas will cross them lines though. Like, you supposed to, you know, when you around your grandma, it ain't fuck this, fuck that, this, that. It ain't that type of situation around your grandma. Some niggas, that's how they play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because again, it's not a sacred situation. I don't give a fuck how old I ever am. I never come to my mom's and it's fuck this, that, and whatever.
Yeah.
We ain't cool. This is what I tell my daughter. Like, me and my mom ain't cool. We are not friends. She is my mom. Yeah. There's a boundary there.
Yo,
there's
I stay telling my goddaughter
don't cross.
Yeah. Like, I stay telling my goddaughter that. And it's like, I was telling Nye, because her and his son, you know, when they used to come visit, they would play a lot. I'm like seeing the difference in how they grew up. Like, she literally thinks that I'm one of her little friends. And then here lately, because she's coming into her teenage years, she's about to be 16, you know, she'll say things about her mom. And I'm like, hold up, stop right there. Who the fuck is you talking to? What? And I was like, you're not about to sit on this phone and say, your mother don't want your smoke with you and this, that, and the third. Little girl, I'll reach through this phone and choke you. Because at the end of the day, I'm your godmother, but I'm still an adult. Like, you not about to talk that adult shit to me about your mother like you an adult. Because if you don't like the way she operate, move out. Emancipate yourself. Go take care of your goddamn self. So, yeah, I don't be understanding these kids and how they have grown beyond their age so swiftly. And they think it's cool to talk to people like they on their level. And I'm like, until you can pay some bills around here, I don't want to hear you say shit. Like
all of them situations, like I said, they happen though when we don't have those lines. Like I said, there's a line with me and my mom that ain't crossing.
yeah,
There's like it goes back to what the joint is. There's a sacred situation there that I understand. I tell people all the time when niggas just say like, I will never disrespect my name because I got the name from my dad. And dead or alive, he is not to be disrespected.
right.
So there's a line there that I understand. We ain't going there.
Yeah.
That's what my kids understand. We ain't going there with daddy. My cousins understand. We don't go there with him. Like, I ain't that type of guy because there's a line there. If we all lost that though, as a collective, where there's certain things that you don't do and you don't cross these things to men make these just like you said, now my goddaughter's calling me to cuss out her mom. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But this is the type of shit. If they keep seeing us do that type of shit, then we can't say, do as I say, not as I do. But this is what you're doing all fucking day. All they do is watch what you do, how you move, how you react. And if you give off a certain thing, then that's what they're gonna take. If you got the cousin or the aunt or whoever who's giving off that certain thing, that's what they're gonna gravitate to. But you gotta also always make sure that we keep a line of you don't come here when this is going on because you ain't to be here. But that's why I always, again, I said this last week on the episode, bad old heads. Bad old heads is how all of this happens. When you don't understand that you are now the person of influence on the little cousin, brother, neighbor, whomever it is, that's how we get these fucked up situations.
Yeah, I agree.
It's also a big impact with the spaces outside of our home, which is why, like you said, it got to be important. Like this got to be like our home got to be the last line of defense, bro. Like because it's so many whack stuff going on in these other spaces that they bring back home, and if you don't like check it like immediately, you know what I'm saying? That's what happens. And they get to thinking they're going to get away with it. You know, you thinking, oh, well, you know, I know some people do the quote unquote gentle parenting. I know some people trying to be more understanding because our kids have dealt with trauma that we haven't dealt with. And I could understand all that, but you still not fitting across me. Like, we not playing that. Like, I'm like Gary Payton. You ain't fitting across me, okay? It stops here. It stops here, okay? You gonna get fouled trying to crack me. I'm gonna send you to the floor, not to the line. I ain't the one for that.
You
two things. I play my brother one time. I play Boar one time in the league. Me and Boar ISO'd on the wing. Okay, Boar's way more athletic, faster, and all of that. I crumbled Boar in the air. All right. This is my brother. Okay. He's catching this. So if he's catching this, what do you think you're catching?
Anybody can get it.
And
anybody.
Said, me and my sister, shout out to Rel. We just had this conversation the other day where she's trying to get my niece to lay down. And she's like, I'm trying the gentle approach to get her to lay down and take this nap. I said, I'm a firm believer in the aggressive approach of lay your ass down.
The fuck down. Sleep.
It's nap time. Okay? The gentle approach, we've been on the phone for 20 minutes. She's still up and not listening to that shit. I told her, girl, you got to get the aggressive approach going. Okay? Her ass could have already been 20 minutes into this nap.
Now you fucking around, about to find out that she ain't gonna go to sleep. I don't know, but going back to the situation with my goddaughter, for me, I don't think it's gentle parenting because my husband used to be like, I guess because I grew up like me and my sister were tomboys, and then it was like my brother and my cousin who's kind of raised with me like my brother, and we, you know, hung out with the boys. We played football, baseball, basketball. We was all in it. So he was like, "You really don't know how to parent girls." So I guess when she came along, it wasn't gentle, but I guess I was trying to give her that relationship that I didn't have with my mom for real, like, you know, doing the girly things and letting her have an open and honest conversation and, you know, talk freely and speak freely, going back to what you were saying about all of the traumas and stuff that they have experienced. But it's just kind of like, girl, listen, we can have a conversation, but you're not going to be disrespectful. So it's just kind of like, I don't believe in the gentle parenting thing because I tell my nephew all the time, I will cave your chest in. Keep playing with me. I will knock your head off your shoulders. Like, I will whoop your ass, like all of them. My sister, she gentle parents my.
Open and honest conversations is cool. But
yeah, again, but you can't be crossing lines either. Yeah, and I told her.
There's a line.
That's what I
There's
a
way for you to tell me and say something to me with it being respectful or disrespectful.
Yeah.
There's a way for her to explain to you, like, all right, yo, I kind of think I'm ready to crossed this line with the young boy
Mhm.
without just telling you I want some dick.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's a way for us to have these conversations. It's cool for you to have a safe space, like you said. I wish I had this, so now I'm trying to do that for you. Because we all try to do
They
that.
take
You
advantage.
just, but you always got to remember like that. The kids are just not they're not a product of all of my mistakes, and let me live through them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'll try to provide this for you, but if it's not something that you gravitating towards, then all right, I can't push it on you.
I
But
gotta
like,
pull it back.
Yeah.
it's cool for us to have a safe space to have these honest conversations because you wish that you had somebody that had them conversations
Yep.
with when you were 16.
Right.
But like I said, there has to be the line. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? There
God, I
has to
remember
be
telling
a way
Nirie,
for us to communicate.
I done screamed on her too many times in the last couple of months, which I've never had to do. And it's like, I know you dealing with stuff over there with your mom and you can't really converse with her and you feel you can be comfortable with me. But no, like at the end of the day, your mom is still an adult. She's on the same lines that I'm on. Like she's still like a sister to me. So in essence, like you can't come talking that shit about her to me. And it's just the way you say it. Like you can say, I'm really upset with my mom. I just don't like the way she's acting. And really, I'm about to have an attitude with her. But all of that shit, like you talking to one of your little friends, I'm not with that. Like that to me,
That
you
bitch
crossing the
gonna
line.
tell me,
Yeah,
oh,
I mean,
whoa,
in so
hey.
many words, she was just like, I was like, yo, Marley, like, and then the whole, I just don't understand why I can't. And I like literally was like, cause you fucking can't. Like, and she got quiet. And I was like, oh, what? You not used to them? You not used to them words coming out my mouth? I was like, yeah, you're not gonna sit on this phone and talk to me crazy. Like, I have boundaries. There's lines drawn in the sand, and since you want to act like they're invisible, I'm about to make them real clear for you because I'm not doing that. And certain things she was putting on Instagram, I was like, take it down, take it down right now. It's just not appropriate. Like, you talking about throwing it back for who? You say you a virgin. So what you talking about? So I just think of people do a lot of things on the internet and in general in real life for shock value, for approval,
People starting to
because
try
they
to
doing
live
what they
out them
want to do.
internet personas though now.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you
Yes.
go. And if you read these comments on a lot of these, like, posts, and it's like people kind of approving doing shit that they know just it ain't right. It's just not what's up. That's just not the thing to do. So they like, oh well, they saying it's cool to do on the internet, then it's cool to do in real life. Not at all. Because you're not
Because
gonna be able to
just
handle
like
that
in,
situation in real life.
I got
there it is.
40,000
I was about to
followers
say
telling me that this is it.
exactly.
And they like,
But
oh,
it's just
what
like in real life where you got that section of clowns that egg you on to do stuff that probably they ain't willing to do, ain't fit to do, so they want to see you crash out or they want to see if you gonna get away with it before they try it. You know what I'm saying? So it's always in people putting them batteries in people back, whether we talking about kids or whether we talking about adults. It's somebody putting a battery in your back to go do some stuff that you know don't make no sense,
yeah.
but you want to see how it plays out. So you gonna go ahead and keep feeding them and feeding them. And that's crazy. But people do it all the time and they talk bad about the person when it goes wrong.
But the fucked up part
Like,
is some people ain't never been told that shit was wrong.
that's true too. That's
But that
true
also
too.
goes back to us dropping the ball on that situation for never breaking down the shit that this is normal and this is cool. Like
Yeah.
some people, if you only grew up in chaos, then you think, oh, scream, holler, let's argue with each other, fuck you, cuss you out. That's how you show love. What
That's
you
why
mean?
I'll
That's
be
not how you show
advocating for
love.
therapy. Go get some help if you think that's normal. But
And now,
also,
and see, Mish just led us right where we was about to go to talk about the Life Be Life and podcast, where Mish openly talks about how she goes and see her therapist.
all the time.
So this is what I need to know though from Nah. What's the
Talk
wildest
to
shit that
me.
Mish ever said on the podcast? Whether we gonna go with two kings, you can go back
Ooh,
to two kings, or
I'm about to
we can go with Life
I'm
say,
Be
about to say
Life.
it's probably
I'm
the
about to say
two
we got two
kings.
podcasts worth.
We got
Yeah, I'm about to say we got two
yes,
podcasts
man.
worth.
Y'all making me feel bad because y'all making me
Oh
think I talk
man.
private.
What's the wildest shit she done said though?
Oh
She said
man.
LeBron was the best ever, or anything goofy like that. You know what I'm saying?
No,
No,
no, she ain't said nothing goofy,
I'm
but
too
she done
smart for
said some
that.
crazy stuff like she done had some crazy stories. I think there was a crazy Marley story. There was a crazy art story. A couple of crazy art stories. I ain't gonna lie. There's a couple of crazy art stories, and it's crazy because for those who haven't listened to the podcast, either 2K215 or like Be Life, and like me and Mish are family through my brother Art. So what I mean, that's her husband, and that's my brother. So you know what I'm saying. when she tells some of those stories, it's kind of like, I didn't know he was that goofy. I didn't know he was that crazy. Because like when you meet him, he's really like this straight laced L7 type boy. Like he cool, but he's a L7. I ain't gonna hold you. Straight up square.
That's one thing I
Straight up
always say,
square.
you learn a lot about niggas on these podcasts.
Real rap. When she tell you some of these stories about like just how crazy he be sometimes, it's hilarious. But I think one of the craziest joints we had was Clash of the Titans, man. We had her cousin Tracy on with us. I think that just those conversations as far as like arguments that we have in between spouses and whatnot, they got crazy. Some of the stuff she was bringing up, bro.
We ended up going 4
hours.
Yeah, we went.
That thing took 4 total hours because we took 2 hours and broke them all. Yeah, it was 2-hour sessions and broke them all into an hour.
We call that a series in the business.
That is
you
basically
it definitely was.
It was definitely a series.
It definitely was.
I'll probably
wildest
say,
shit Nodin. What's the wildest shit Nodin said?
Oh man.
What's the wild? Come on, what did Nutmeg Nah give you now?
See, I have to be honest. Nah is kind of reserved sometimes. Like he only gets hyped when it comes to people saying dumb shit out their mouth that he has to respond to. But he's typically very reserved as far as his commentary and conversation. We get it. Like sometimes when we were talking about this before we started, you got to worry about other people's feelings because when you already got hurt feelings, you ain't trying to hurt them feelings no more. And I said, I don't give a shit, like, because I'm just way too honest. So he had to pull me back, but I don't think he's really ever said anything to me that was like, wow, that was very shock value worthy.
Okay, I'll give you a different one. What's the thing that Nas said that made you think on the podcast? He challenged you with this one. I know my man Nas paid talent.
That's a good question.
My man out here giving out jewels, you know what I'm saying?
I will say it was the episode, I can't remember the number. It was 2 Kings 215. And we were talking about standards and expectations. Yeah, that's my
Shout out to Ace. A.C.E. That's who he be.
And we were talking about standards and expectations. And I'll never forget because Keish, our sponsor for
Keish with the cakes. Shout out to Keish.
Simply the shade. Keish with the cakes. My boo right there. Y'all make sure y'all
who's the chick with the pants that y'all was talking about? You get niggas caught up answering these type of questions.
Because even I'd be like,
that is not what Keish with the cakes was.
No, she means like dessert, y'all. Like stop being like I'll be like, y'all.
She's a baker.
Yes.
She's a trained chef.
Definitely say, yo, who was the chick with the fat ass y'all was talking about?
Wow. Yeah, shout out to her. She's our sponsor for Life Be Life and Podcast. But she's
also a sponsor of the How to Hustle Live Show Part 2.
Hey, see, she getting up there.
She came through and sold out, you know what I'm saying? On whole
she did, sold straight out.
Wow. See, that's what I'm talking
that
about.
That was episode 6, by the way.
Oh, see, he be having all the numbers down. I just be remembering the titles.
Paid talent, girl. My man is saying
I gotta get on his level. I remember the titles. He remember the numbers. We were talking about how people's expectations over time change. And this is when I was saying I got into the conversation about why I don't have kids. And he asked me, if you know he want kids and you don't, why are you staying? And I was just like, yeah, let me think about that. And I've literally been having that conversation in therapy for the last 6 to 8 months, maybe longer, actually, probably going on a year if we want to be honest about it. And it's funny, him and I had a conversation not that long ago. He was like, I feel like I'm holding you up. And I was like, I'm kind of holding you up because I done told you I ain't really trying to have no kids. And in the back of my head, nah, why you staying? What makes you stay? Why you just don't leave? And it's just like, so I would say that's the one thing he asked me that I constantly always think about. And like that question always pops in my head. Like I hear his voice, what's making you stay? And it's like, no, he's not advocating.
Let me read the context. It's more or less trying to get her to see what's keeping her there, not why she don't leave. So when y'all hear this, don't make it. I don't want y'all to take it like a player hating on my bro or trying to get him to step out the door.
He definitely does not want to leave. But, you know, transparency moment. My therapist made me write a whole 4-page letter about why I want to leave my marriage. And
did you close it with a kiss?
Oh no, because I haven't even given it to him. Like I finished. She asked me to write this letter last June when we had a major argument. And I want to say maybe that's when we talked about it, like maybe either before or after that. I can't remember now. But and she was like, I need you to write a letter. And it took me 6 months to write this letter. I sent it to her like right before Christmas. And she was like, okay, I approve of this letter. And I was like, okay, so when am I supposed to give it to him? She was like, that's up to you. When I tell you, if this man didn't become a perfect angel,
I wouldn't advise passing that one off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I did. It hasn't been passed off, and I don't know if it will be. You know, I like to tell people we live a separate but equal lifestyle right now, but I also tell people we're probably better than we've ever been. But literally every time I think about the reasons why, like if something goes wrong or things go extremely bad or, you know, extremely great, we having good days, I'm like, that question that Nye asked me always pops in my head. Is this why you're staying? What makes you stay? Do you really want to like leave? So that would probably be the question that Nye has asked me that makes me think about it.
So this is why I wanted to have y'all on. Like I said, when I listen to y'all, I always get shit from y'all. I always tell the guests when I look down at the phone and I start texting in the phone, you said something that triggered the episode. That got a topic. That's why I told you I plagiarize from these people all the time. We had a live plagiarism on the podcast. I'll let y'all know about that one off mic. But
highest form of flattery, imitation. I'll take it.
I mean, but see, as I'm a serial plagiarist, I always give those flowers to the individual who I've plagiarized. I won't say
it's not plagiarism if you cite in your source, baby.
Exactly.
It's recycling.
There you go.
It's recycling.
I'm always say, shouts out to that who I took this from. I'm not just gonna flat steal your joint and then say, man, I came up with it.
Nah, you always put us on high.
Oh, bro, you just sampling. That's all. You just sampling.
Everybody go to Costco and sample on a Saturday. It's all good.
We be clearing the record. We be clearing it.
Yo, you know, I never caught one of them little joints. Like, I think BJ's had like some trail mix or some shit one day when I was in there. And I'm like, I don't even want this shit. I can go get my own mixed nuts.
Get to the good shit.
Yeah.
Get to the good shit.
The spicy sausage nuggets or something there.
Where the crab dip at, nigga? Like,
I'm saying, with them cheesesteak rolls or something there. Before we wrap this one up, this is something new that I'm doing. When you hear my name, when you hear hype, what is it that you think of?
I'm gonna put the spotlight on. I'm gonna go first. I'll go first if Misha ain't ready. You ready?
I'm ready. Hard-working man. Like, I ain't never seen nobody have so many hustles and literally promote them effortlessly, flawlessly, and like literally draw you in. Like, hard-working hustle. Like, that's what I think when I hear your name.
Copy that.
For me, I think
my man who came up with the hashtag hype taught me.
Yeah, man, I think make it happen. Every time I hear hype names, make it happen. Whether it's connecting two people from a separate situation to make something happen, whether it's, like you said, his own hustles making something happen. Like, I ain't always looking out for somebody some way. If he ain't got it, he knows somebody else who got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's you know me, I'm always making sports analogies. He's that dude who know how to get his own buckets and he know how to set up his teammates too, you know what I'm saying? And he know how to put on a show. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's the all-star making it happen.
The utility player, baby.
This is why
he's the all-star making it happen.
Hey, it's funny you said that because I always tell niggas, man, I'm a ball-dominated guard. I can't
let you run point.
Yeah, I gotta have it at the top of the screen, and I'll tell you, yo, come on, give me the pick. Are we gonna run a triangle this time? I'm gonna ISO this one. I'm gonna always put you in a position to win. But once I drop this dime, I give you the great bounce pass. If you mix this layup, don't look at me.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what
on you.
But I appreciate y'all saying that. I appreciate y'all coming on. That is episode 91 of the How to Hustle podcast with Hank. We are out. We're not out. We're out now.